that I got this great opportunity to work for EPATT and for the community that I was born and raised in, East Palo Alto. It was really rewarding working with the diverse staff and students here.
EPATT is wonderful and a nice place to be.
To begin our EPATT virtual celebration, please welcome former Top 10 Pro and chairperson of the USTA Foundation, James Blake.
Hi everybody, James Blake here, welcoming you to the EPATT virtual celebration. We look forward to seeing you all in person again sometime soon, but for now, please enjoy this virtual celebration. It highlights the way EPATT has been able to pivot and really help the families and children that it serves. As a former chairperson of the USTA Foundation that supports hundreds of these organizations like EPATT through the NJTL program, I've seen the struggles that have taken place throughout this pandemic for the children and families. EPATT has been one of the best at being able to handle those challenges as they come. So now sit back, relax, and enjoy from our MC and EPATT board member, Ted Robinson.
Welcome everybody and good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Ted Robinson and it's great to be with you in some form tonight because it's hard to believe it's been 2 years. Yeah, 2 years since we were together at Circus Club on that great night when Katie Ledecky spoke with us, and I know that everybody at EPATT can't wait for us to do this in person together next year. But because it's been 2 years since we've been together, I think it's so important we start off by saying a huge thank you tonight. All of our benefactors and patrons and our contributors. Even with no celebration last year, you all stood up and supported EPATT, and it allowed EPATT to keep its services going and continue to touch the youth of our community, and that's been vital. If you're new and joining us for the first time tonight, I hope you learn more about what EPATT has done, the way it has survived over the last 13 months, the work it plans to continue to do, and I hope you'll find a way to participate and support EPATT. After all, that's why we're here tonight. This is our biggest fundraiser. It's what we hope keeps EPATT's services in full going. And we also know that over the last 13 months, we've all been zoomed out at some point. So yes, we're respectful of your time and the clock, and we're promising a 30-minute target tonight. And in the midst of that, you're going to hear from one of the greatest coaches in the history of college athletics. Tara Vanderveer will join us shortly. So please stay with us. You're going to enjoy hearing from Tara. A couple of quick thank yous before we get going. Our board chair, Dan Turbo, you're going to hear from Dan shortly. Years of exceptional service. We have to give a huge bravo to Verity Powell, our outgoing board chair. Thank you, Verity. And Verity, part of our event committee, along with Sue Diekman, Cameron Bianchi, Ann Gould, Ann Mahold, Mary Robinson, Chris Alo, and Jutz Masula Bell. Thank you all so much for your help in putting this event on. Tonight, you're also going to hear about ServiceStar. ServiceStar is the biggest way tonight that all of you can help keep EPATT services going. There's some credit card information on our website. There's also a little pledge button on the bottom of your screen. And by the way, if you hit that pledge button, my promise to you is you'll get to meet Amy and Beth of our development staff. They will be very eager to talk to you and fill you in on all the details of that. But that ServiceStar tonight is the way that you can help us be sure that EPATT keeps going. Because it has been a remarkable year. And what EPATT has done in pivoting and adjusting to this different world in which we've all lived has been extraordinary. And trust me, as we get our race going tonight, there is no better way to bring that home to you than directly from our EPATT staff.
Hello, everyone. We started the Distance Learning Pods, which we branded EPODs, to address several community needs that emerged as a result of the pandemic. Safety, access to technology, supervision, jobs, nutrition, social emotional health and mental health, physical activity, and the need for additional academic support. Children, in the younger grades especially, need consistent, supportive, and knowledgeable adult supervision to navigate the new and often confusing world of digital classrooms. Anyone out there who's a parent who's watching knows exactly what I'm talking about. So we staffed each of our classrooms with at least 2 and sometimes 3 staff members who made sure that students were able to learn in a distraction-free environment so that they could make the most of their distance learning experience. Our involvement was key to the success of online learning for many of our students, as was attested to by the school districts and teachers that we partnered with.
Hi, East Palo Alto Tennis and Tutoring family. I'm Gina Sidari, the superintendent for the Ravenswood City School District. As you know, this has been a remarkable year. We have gone through a lot this year, and our students and families even more so. But with the help of the East Palo Alto Tennis and Tutoring, we were able to bring several of our families back on campus in the fall in September, thanks to the quick reaction and gumption and just desire to serve and support our community. Thank you, East Palo Alto Tennis and Tutoring. Your ability to be able to establish learning hubs alleviated a lot of the stress that our families were facing in regards to becoming instant educators while still trying to figure out how to get to their jobs and manage the household at the same time. Thank you for providing a safe place with internet, mentorship, meals, and a place to play and kids to have fun and engage with one another. Tennis was one of the few sports that was permitted because of this, the natural ability to be able to keep the physical distance between students, and that has paid off. Also, the learning hubs lay the foundation for us to be able to open up school in the spring, building the confidence of not only the families, but the staff as well, as you all have been on campus since September. Thank you for responding and adapting to the demands of our families and students. Thank you for supporting us through this entire process. And we need you. It's proven that we need you, and we appreciate and value the support that EPATT has provided. And I look forward to our future partnership. Together we can do this. Thank you.
The closure of many local and regional businesses and industries left many families without jobs altogether or with limited hours. For those who could go to work, it was next to impossible to do so while their children were doing school at home. Therefore, being able to have their children in our EPODs gave parents the ability to work and provide for their families. EPATT was also able to provide jobs for local college students who had to stop out of school or continue online but still needed a source of income by hiring them to be our EPOD leaders and assistants. Thanks to our partnership with the Ravenswood City School District and Second Harvest Food Bank, students were provided with 2 meals a day, breakfast and lunch, and an evening snack to take home, and families were given grocery boxes once a week. Through our partnership with the Rica Center for Human Enhancement, we were able to offer students fun and safe outlets for social interaction through the creative arts, nature studies, and team building activities. One of the most popular rotations was the Garden Project, where Rica Center staff helped students revive the Ravenswood Middle School garden and plant and harvest a variety of vegetables. After spending a year sheltering in place, I think we now all understand just how important exercise is, not just for staving off the dreaded COVID-19 pounds we gained, but for our overall mental health and wellness. Tennis was one of the few sports that did not get shut down during the pandemic, so we were able to offer tennis lessons to more students for more time than we have in over 20 years as a result of offering the distance learning EPODs.
Hi everyone, my name is Francisco Lopez, but I'm better known by the tennis community as Coach Paco. I've been assistant tennis director today for almost a year and a half now, and before that I would volunteer at EPATT on my free time. I am USPTA Elite Professional Certified, and I was introduced to tennis by EPATT in 1995 and played religiously for 6 years. We have a strong and very competitive tournament team that will definitely produce some college tennis players in the future. Our new junior tournament team program has just introduced tennis to a new wave of EPATT tennis players. We have preschoolers to 5th graders practicing 4 times a week with a goal to someday join the tournament team. We have also started up recreational tennis for the community called Community Tennis, where kids can learn and develop many new skills, have lots of fun, exercise, disconnect from their screens and social media. The class grew faster and bigger than expected, and we even have a wait list for it now. Tennis at EPATT was such an important part of my life growing up. I can't imagine what it means to our students to have the opportunity to come out and practice with their peers in these tough times. They get to interact and play in a safe, socially distant environment, but also in a place they can grow mentally, emotionally, and physically. I remember as a kid hating to take breaks in school because it meant we would have to take breaks from tennis and EPATT. So I'm certainly many of our students feel the same. So I've made it a personal commitment to keep tennis going as much as we can throughout throughout the year. EPATT is vital to our community of East Palo Alto and all our students' bright futures. It connects so many people from the community to each other and has created a huge family of people who have each other's backs, and we thank you.
More than just sweat and hitting balls, students really just needed to be with one another, to laugh, to learn how to jump rope, to make friends, and to have all of those critical human interactions that keep us mentally healthy. In addition to offering our full service 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. distance learning EPODs, students in the pods also had access to EPATT's robust online offerings.
What is myepatt.org?
MyEPATT.org is our new website that gives parents and students an easy way to learn about EPATT and to sign up for one-on-one tutoring, parents' workshops, classes, tennis, and enrichment activities both in person and online.
While we look forward to the day when all students are back in school, I'm grateful that EPATT had the opportunity to show up for our community when they needed it most.
Why was EPATT important during the pandemic?
Nice, good question. Well, when we could no longer meet in person, students were still able to meet with their tutors and with EPATT staff safely. Also, parents still had access to the workshops, information, and staff support. It helped them maintain their connection to the program, the people, and the resources vital for their academic and emotional well-being.
Why is EPATT important for the future?
Through our online classes and tutoring, students have the opportunity to reduce the learning loss that happened this year and continue their progress towards college and career readiness. Keeping tutoring and workshop virtual has also expanded our tutoring base and gives the options for those who just can't meet in person just yet.
Okay. What makes virtual EPATT so special?
The people, the tutors, the students, and the parents who are leveraging technology to address issues of inequity, access, and opportunity. That's what makes EPATT Virtual so special. Instead of using their digital world just to access games and binge on movies, students and parents are using it to increase their college and career readiness.
As you just heard, EPATT responded to the pandemic in a very robust way. EPOD, MyEPATT, and Tennis all provided valuable support for our students, families, and community during this difficult time. I want to thank our partners, the Ravenswood City School District, St. Francis of Assisi, Catholic Charities, the Rich May Foundation, the County of San Mateo, and of course, our long-term partners, the Rikers Center. I'm also excited to announce our new partnership with the Sobrato Nonprofit Center in Palo Alto, which will serve as EPATT's headquarters in the future, ensuring that EPATT will continue to serve and impact our local community for many years to come.
Good evening. I'm Dan Turbo, Chair of EPATT's Board of Directors. I briefly want to recognize and thank EPATT's amazing, resilient, tireless, and creative staff. They've always been dedicated and hardworking, but this past year, they've gone above and beyond in order to keep our students engaged and learning when in-person learning had been shut down. Beyond just working hard, they've been agile, able to pivot whenever circumstances required. And over the last year, that was seemingly every other week. It's really incredible what our staff has been able to achieve for our students under the most trying circumstances. Now we need your help so that our staff can continue their great work. Because of the extraordinary expenses we've incurred due to the pandemic, we need your help more than ever. Tonight is our major fundraising effort of the year. So please hit that button on your screen and donate. And if you can, we'd be especially grateful for anyone who donates our gold standard pledge award, our Service Star. That $6,000 gift would make a huge impact. But whatever amount you feel comfortable giving tonight, your gift is a game changer. On behalf of EPATT, we thank you again for your generosity and support, and enjoy the rest of the show.
What EPATT has done for kids is nothing short of amazing. the way they've impacted kids in such a positive manner and given them structure after school through tennis and education. So please donate if you can and change a kid's life for the better.
Hi, my name is Irene Guerra and I am an EPATT board member. EPATT has changed my life. I was in EPATT from 4th grade until I graduated high school. After graduating Stanford University, I went on to receive a PhD in clinical psychology. I'm now a staff psychologist at the Santa Clara County Health and Hospital System. EPATT introduced me to so many caring and loving adults who genuinely wanted to see me succeed. The EPATT alumni have been up to some really incredible things. They have joined the military, have their own businesses, and are doing great. Let's hear from some of them now.
I just want to say that I'm very grateful for EPATT because when I was a kid, they helped me out a lot. And they've been there, not just during my high school years that I attended, but they've been there along the way through my whole journey, helping me to get where I am today. So for that, I am grateful.
Hi, my name is Ashley Washington and I was at EPATT for about 8+ years. I graduated from San Francisco State University. While I was in school, I worked at Pinterest as an assistant for the culinary, and once I graduated, I moved up to workplace events and was there for a bit before moving into workplace operations. I now work in operations at a biotech.
Hi, I'm Benito Amaral. I'm an assistant director of undergraduate admissions and multicultural recruitment for Loyola University Chicago. I attended Creighton University where I earned my Bachelor of Arts in Communications. In addition, I was a member of the Division I men's soccer team. Furthermore, I was part of the EPATT program for about 10 years, starting from my elementary school years all the way to my high school years.
Hi everyone, my name is Ozzy Hernandez. I'm a hospital corpsman in the U.S. Navy. So what I do is I work alongside with Marines providing medical support. I started going to EPATT when I was in the 3rd grade, and I went all the way up until my senior year in high school. I'm currently stationed here at Camp Pendleton, and I'm happy to announce that I just bought my first home here.
EPATT strives to prepare students to be college and career ready. Did you know that 86% of EPATT alumni are first-generation college students, 95% of whom have been accepted into at least one college or university? That's incredible.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Asenso, and I'm a Questbridge Scholar at Northwestern University where I study journalism, Russian literature, and design. And I was in EPATT for 4.5 years.
Hello, my name is Carla, and I was a student at EPATT for 12 years. I am currently in my last semester at San Jose State University, where I am going to graduate with a Bachelor's in Science and Justice Studies and a minor in Human Rights. I currently work at Project Safety Net as the Executive Assistant Business Manager, a nonprofit organization focused on bringing awareness to youth mental health. Throughout my years at San Jose State, I have been lucky enough to work and volunteer at various nonprofit organizations, all focused on immigrant rights, public health, and social justice, and this was all due to the community care that I learned while at EPATT. They provided a space to learn and adapt to a working and growing environment focused on youth and pride in communities themselves. EPATT showed me what it is to value a community so deeply and what it means to give back through hard work and dedication, and for that I will be forever thankful.
Hi, I'm Gabby Quintanilla. I attended EPATT for 6 years. I got my bachelor's from Santa Clara University and my master's in urban education from Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles. I am now the principal at Voices College Bound Language Academy in South San Jose.
Hello everyone, my name is Pauline Brown and I am an EPATT alumni. In 2012, I graduated from UC Merced with my degree in cell molecular biology. In 2018, I went back to school to get my master's in leadership from William Jessup University, and I am planning to go back to school again to get my doctorate degree in educational leadership. If I had to describe EPATT in just one word, I would say this: catalyst. As a Samoan American growing up in East Palo Alto, I felt my parents did the best that they could to provide me with opportunities, resources, wisdom, knowledge, just for their child's success. And I didn't know what to do with it, being in middle school, going off to high school. So EPATT was really that guidance to help me, that encouragement to use what was given to me wisely, and take advantage of them. And I don't think I would be here if it wasn't for my family, but also EPATT just being that catalyst in my life.
EPATT has had such a positive and long-lasting impact on so many of us over the years. I'm excited to witness the future generations and see what they are able to achieve.
Hey everybody!
It is my pleasure at this time to be able to announce the winner of the Jack Gifford Award and endowment established
in memory of Jack Gifford, who was instrumental in the founding of EPATT.
With Jack's lead,
EPATT is what it is today.
The award provides the recipient with
$1,000 to help life's next phase.
This year's recipients
embodies
Jack's love
for sports,
competition,
and generosity.
Both young women played on their high school tennis teams and the EPATT tournament team. They have been active on their school campuses and in their community. The winner of the Gifford Award for 2020 is Cassandra Rascone, and the 2021 recipient is Miss Arlene Torres.
Well, there's nothing better every year at our EPATT event than hearing from these remarkable students. So thank you so much for that. All right, time to bring in our most celebrated teacher. That's right, Tara Vanderveer is a teacher. She says it herself. And let's face it, if there's a Mount Rushmore of college athletics coaches, it won't be complete without Tara's face on it. And she's just coming off her third national championship. You know all about her amazing achievements as the coach at Stanford basketball. But I think one of the great achievements of Tara Vanderveer's career is the countless number of people like me and many of you who've had daughters, nieces playing basketball, who've said at some point, take me to a Stanford basketball game to see Tara's team play. Generations are growing up because of that. And we are so thrilled tonight and incredibly honored to have with us Tara Vanderveer.
Good evening, EPATT patrons, tutors, volunteers. It is a pleasure to be here virtually with you. I'm so sorry we're not in person in the Circus Club. I can just picture being there, and I hope that next year we'll be able to be together in person. But it's a pleasure to be here with you, and I thank you for the invitation. I've had an opportunity this year to really experience a national championship. And what I didn't know this when I agreed to speak to EPATT, but I think it will help me talk to you about what I've learned this year. And I want to start with both of my parents are teachers, and I think that education is really important. I truly admire and respect the job that EPATT does. And for all of you that support EPATT, thank you very much for your support. As I said, my parents were teachers, and I consider myself a lifetime learner. One of the things I did as an adult was I started to I wanted to learn the piano. And I thought I would just buy a piano and teach myself. Well, 2 weeks in, I realized I needed a tutor. I needed a teacher. And I'm very fortunate. I found a great teacher. And what I learned was that a great teacher, a great tutor can take students places they can't get to by themselves. And I know that the EPATT tutors and teachers are doing that for the students. And I want to do that as a coach. But I want to shift gears a little bit and talk to you about not what I've taught this year, but in fact what I've learned. And I've broken it down into a couple things. The first thing that I've learned from my great students, the players on the Stanford women's basketball team, is I've learned you need to be flexible. This year was all about pivoting, just changing of plans, not having our gym, not having our locker room, not being able to be in our county, living out of suitcases, and we had to be flexible. The next thing was, I realized, and our team realized, we're more resilient than we thought. We were not going to let COVID get us down. We were going to focus on the positives, the things that we had, the things that we wanted to do. And we also knew that there were so many people, as tough as it was for us, so many people were experiencing things much more difficult, losing their jobs, not knowing where their next meal was coming from, having death and sickness in their family. So we developed a mantra of bring it on, we can handle this. And we really stuck together. We had a very positive attitude, and the players on our team were upbeat and positive. I did not have a single day where I had to take one player aside and say, hey, you need to shape up, which is an amazing, amazing thing for a coach to have, 13 or 12 healthy young women and to deal with all year with all the different adversity that we faced. Our team taught me how to appreciate the little things. Being in the gym, turning on the music. We didn't have a gym sometimes. We didn't have a locker room. We had to sit away from each other. As a coach, I had to wear a mask and be 6 feet all the time away from our players. But just being in the gym with each other, turning on that music, we were happy, and it was really, really fun. And to appreciate little things, obviously your health, being with each other, having friends, having community. I learned not to take anything for granted, and I thank my team for that. I also want to think that this year taught me something about the importance of sisterhood or community. This team was very, very close, and we have a set of twins on our team with Lexi and Lacey Hall. And these young ladies, we battled through all kinds of things. We had contact tracing that knocked 3 players out that couldn't play in a game. They had to stay back on in their dorm room. We went to a high school gym to practice. The lights went out, the power went out, the floor is slippery. They have 2 glass backboards. So we had to deal with, a lot of adversity, but we stuck together. And through this tough time, and I think when I look at things in our community, in our country, we can stick together. We can battle together and get through things together. And I'm really proud of our team for really showing such strong sisterhood. Finally, I would say, some of our games were pretty close, but, I said it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. I'm so proud of the grit that our team showed, the resilience, the determination, and what, the young people, they showed me that they still have it, and they made me bring it out in myself. So I couldn't be the one that was complaining or, upset or not battling. So I thank our team for that. And finally, more than anything from our team, I learned about hope. Just to have a dream, not give up on that, and to really hope for, better things to come. And I feel so badly for our freshmen that just experienced a freshman year of takeout food in your dorm room, not going to other events, not going to class, being on Zoom all the time. But they're like, Tara, this will be over. And, I would talk to our team sometimes about challenges in the past of, with our 1990 team, we were stuck in a snowstorm. We had to sleep in a high school with blankets from the jail. And our team said, Tara, that's nothing, but we hope for a better season, a better experience at Stanford, a better world for our young people. So I thank our team for all the things I've learned. And I just, again, want to thank you for inviting me to your dinner virtually. And I hope that I'll be able to come in person next year. Go EPATT.
Hi, everybody. First off, a huge congratulations to Coach Tara. What an incredible championship run. So well done to you and your players. And to everybody there, just a huge thank you for being a part of this event. And I've seen firsthand all the good that EPATT does. And I think we all know after this past year, the children need EPATT now more than ever. I'm a mom of 4 kids between the ages of 7 and 13. And to be honest, the last year has been such a struggle, such a change. And I know that kids everywhere are struggling. So let's help out EPATT. Let's help out the kids. Let's do some good.
Well, that's been a wonderful evening, and we thank you so much for devoting your time to us and learning more about the EPATT cause, hearing from Tara, hearing from our own superstar Keisha, And we hope that tonight we've been able to bring home EPATT's great work to you. We cannot thank the EPATT staff enough. What they have done during this past year has been exceptional, extraordinary, and we have every expectation that it will continue because we know how good they are. We want to thank two other entities that have helped put this first virtual celebration together: Allegra Entertainment and Events and Lasting Impressions Productions. Please remember the Service Star Pledge button at the bottom. It is the nicest and simplest way that you can help EPATT continue with its work. And we also want you to know that this video is going to live on to be shared. You'll get a link in your email, so please pass it along and let others who may not know about EPATT find out about our great work. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next May, okay? Have a great night. This past year, our community lost two treasured friends and EPATT supporters. Tonight, we honor their memory.